mining, let's not gild the lily here. When we're talking about investing in mining companies or in resources generally, we're talking about investing in people, especially at this early stage. Let me give you a couple of examples. Bellevue Gold. So I was the founding chairman of Bellevue Gold alongside Steve Parsons. Took that from an old disused asset resource into a $1.7 billion company that it is today. 3+ million ounces. It's doing its first gold pour in the next month. Next, you can look at something like Orteco. Orteco's a different kettle of fish, still in gold. We took that to 2.8 million ounces from zero in 2020, up to 2.8 million ounces at 7.2 grams a tonne, with the same sort of people. It's really important to understand it was all about people. We've raised quite a bit of money along the way. Gold's a little bit out of favour at the moment, so what you've seen is a very experienced team knowing when to pivot. And we've just recently pivoted by buying the Green Bay copper asset for $65 million. And we did that with a capital raise of $55 million, well supported internationally and here domestically. Another project that we did something similar to was Cygnus Metals. Originally a gold asset in Western Australia, it is now a lithium asset. Who doesn't have those? A lithium asset in Quebec, Canada. It came out with its maiden resource just recently of 10 million tonnes at just over 1% lithium. In past history, we had Griffin, same sort of situation where they got bought for something like $250 million, Steve and myself. So back to Mitre for a second. So we effectively took control of Mitre in January this year. Mitre listed in 2021, in September 2021, very small resource, but both in New South Wales, down on the south coast, and in the Pilbara. Look, they had a 3-person board, one person has gone, I have joined, but it's all about we have now put together a team. So I have with me Steve Parsons, I have Mike Naylor. Those names come up time and time again in those projects I mentioned to you before. But what we've done since then is looked at the projects we've got, analysed those, and we're looking at new projects. So don't be surprised if you see this company pivot into another acquisition, and it could be anywhere. The benefit of investing in Mitre Mining today is that what I say about investing in people. So we have in our stable of companies, and one of those, Rob Sennett, is part of that stable, he'll be talking later on today, is that we have access to about 18 geologists at any given time that have all worked in South America, North America, the United States itself, Australia, Asia, Europe, and Africa. So that wealth of knowledge is terrific because they also get a wealth of deals that come to them, and we're looking at those daily. So we can fit that into Mitre should we find something that makes sense to Mitre Mining. So as I say, don't be surprised if you see something in the near future with respect to that. What do we have at the moment? Well, we have an excellent share register. There's only 45.3 million shares on issue, so we've kept that very, very tight. All of the management team, and myself included, have invested lots of money in here, so there's plenty of skin in the game to make this actually work. We have currently there, as I mentioned a little earlier, an asset in southern New South Wales, and we also have 2 assets in Western Australia up in the Pilbara. We have extended some of our lithium assets up in the Pilbara to now have something we think has got some real size to it. But bear in mind, we don't fall in love with these projects, we just stick with them. If this doesn't prove to have the critical mass, which is so important when you're investing in resources, both here in Australia and globally, if that does not have critical mass, then we have no problems disposing of that asset to someone else who thinks they can do something better with it. One of the things about investing in people is it's great, you've got to get project generation. You have to make sure that you can get plenty of projects into your company. That's great. And there's plenty of people in this room today who could easily do that. What's more important is to be able to finance those companies. I'm sure all the companies that are presenting today will all be talking to a lot of you today, talking about what a horrible market it is. And it is. It's not a great market for investment, particularly in small cap resources. So it's even equally as important that when you make your investment, you know that you're investing in people that can find projects, but also fund those projects. And you can see from my past experience and some of the examples I just gave you that we can do that. It's super important that we have shareholders, existing and others, both in North America and Australia, who will support our projects because they know that we don't buy duds. Very important. I think that's all you need to hear from me. Thank you.